specific one here, and is are carnets applicable for the metal recycling industry? So I take scrap metal from here, I send it overseas for metal recycling, and it comes back. Now maybe it is, maybe it's aluminum that I've taken in here. I've done something here. I then turn around, I've sent it back to, let's say, Japan. Japan takes all of my scraps and then sends me back, in essence, raw material again that's been recycled from my scrap. Does something like that apply?
My question would be, is there a change in value, and is there an HTS classification shift?
I don't know the answer to either one of those.
That's really the deciding. So for example, Stradivarius violins, and this is actually a customs case. There's a Stradivarius violin company in New York City who had Stradivarius violins that were untuned, and they obtained an ATA Carnet. Their big mistake was they listed on the Carnet at the value the Stradivarius violin was untuned, which is firewood in their opinion. It was a way to save money, which is not always the smartest decision, and they shipped it over to Italy. And in Italy, it was tuned. So now it became thousands and thousands of dollars worth of musical instruments. And these Stradivarius came back to the United States. Well, one, this is something I learned reading the customs case, Italy is the only place you can tune Stradivarius violins. So there was a lot for customs to be able to target them. And when they noticed the huge difference in value, Stradivarius violins coming in on a Carnet from Italy, and the value listed on the Carnet is so low, and that was went out, but obviously they're tuned and now are being used, now they're worth a lot more money. So that's a case where they were fined terribly. If they had put the initial value, what would it be when it's tuned? The actual value of the Stradivarius violins, then it would have qualified, because there's no tariff shift for an untuned violin versus a tuned violin. But they listed the wrong value. So that's why the question is, how much is the value change? In other examples, we do art appraisals. The artist is going to take a wild guess in hopes that the appraisal is on the same line, but we do a lot of art to England to be appraised, to return back. So we always say list as high as you possibly can think of, because if that appraisal comes in and it's around that number, you'll be okay, because the art itself has not changed.
Right.